We all know fluctuations in emotions, right? Sometimes you're excited, sometimes worried, but you can probably always bounce back to a well-balanced mood. Now imagine your mood swings become a matter of life or death. With the high suicide rate out of all psychiatric illnesses, this is a reality of life of people with bipolar disorder. BD is a severe mental illness that affects more than 4 million people in Germany. This is roughly the entire population of Berlin. Okay, it can lead to months-long phases of mania or depression, and 86% of total cost of care is spent indirectly on sickness-related unemployment. And unfortunately, this is no wonder, as the current available treatment options, whether it's through medication or therapy, remains limited or even unsatisfactory. And this leads us to our core problem. Patients have to deal with long waiting lists, and this was even more accelerated during the COVID-19 pandemic. The concerning gap between the actual need for treatment and the people receiving it begs the question if in-person care will be able to meet those growing demands for treatment. Due to the uptake of digitizing medicine and the chronic burden of this disease, we believe in the high potential of a digital healthcare solution. However, so far, no digital tool in Germany has been approved to tackle those complex needs of people with severe mental illnesses, including bipolar disorder. So how do we come in? Our focus is to engage a core team of people either diagnosed with bipolar disorder or peer specialists, which are professionals with lived experience in a co-research process. This will start from co-creation workshops to develop an online survey and its nationwide dissemination among support group networks. Thereby, we want to examine their unmet needs as well as experience, literacy and preferences in digital health care. And our final step, co-analysis of the resulting data. Together with additional partners or stakeholders, we want to develop a digital tool that precisely addresses the needs of people with bipolar disorder. Promising features as symptom monitoring, optimized self-management, as well as digital peer support will be discussed. And now our colleague Linda will tell you more about the traction of our approach.
So thank you, Helena. So what exactly are we building up on? So far, we've conducted interviews and literature reviews in which 7 out of 11 studies show that patients with bipolar disorder are potentially interested in engaging with digital health applications. In addition to this, international studies show that very few actually involve patients. And for those that do, patient involvement increases feasibility and acceptability. And in other pilot models outside of Germany, it's been shown that this model of co-designing with patients actually works. So we want to take this proven concept and bring it into a use case for bipolar disorders in Germany. What are our next steps? So far, we've already co-created the initial draft of the survey with a peer specialist. And for the next months, we want to engage in a process of recruitment of co-researchers, co-creation workshops that will finally end in a co-analysis event. And the main output of this event will be a digital health application prototype that we will develop with further resources. Who's behind our team? We have Dr. Stephanie Schreiter, who's the head of the Bipolar Center for Therapy and Prevention here at Charité, which hosts over 200 patients. My colleague here, Helena Krueger, who's a doctoral student in medicine with vast experience working with vulnerable patient groups. Myself, a doctoral student in clinical neurosciences, who's also co-created with patients suffering from depression. And a certified peer specialist with lived experience, Dennis Chapman, who's also an effective scientific communicator. In addition to that, we have the support of a wide network that is transdisciplinary, with connections to self-help organizations across Germany, as well as partners in our newly founded digital psychiatry work group, who've also founded companies in digital mental health. So finally, I'd like to invite you, our potential collaborators, as well as our current partners, to engage in a project that prioritizes patients' needs, leads to the development of a low-threshold digital care, and finally, and most importantly, let's make impact through empowerment. Thank you.